they can kind of be able to see a little bit. But it seems that since the A site was kind of more preferred, everyone was like, let's just try the B site out. And then eventually that kind of became the meta. So it's kind of odd to now see the A site be going to. So with that in mind, just kind of breaking down the map a little bit because, you know, when it comes down to it, Gosu has to win this one, and they're more of a stronger team when it comes down to this game.
I mean, the majority of the time in Search and Destroy in this game, what you're going to notice is that there's going to be one site that's going to be favored where you can actually use some strategies to go to it. Other than that, it's going to be we need 4 players to flood onto it, or we need a 4-player flood on defense sort of thing. So like I said, on this map, that the site where you're going to need to flood if you want any control is going to be A site, 100%. B site, there's a little more ways you can attack. You can hit one of the wall runs. You can just go on the right side plat and try to attack that way too. So you do tend to see a little bit more of B, but then you still don't, you can't write off A like it's not possible to actually get onto A and get a good thing going. So like I said, it's just going to take a 4-man hit, everybody flying in together, just trying to work for your trades. That's going to be the biggest thing, obviously, in Search and Destroy. But we're taking a look at the rig draft here. Structure stuff all around, nothing really changing up. The FTL jump going to be replaced with Pristini. He's going to be going with the overdrive, kind of expected.
Yeah, I think that's kind of noted. I think it's kind of a good thing to be selecting when it comes down to it. But yeah, you guys can obviously see the rigs when it comes down to it. But one thing that we were talking about earlier was when we were kind of discussing that A side hit. I'm curious to see if that affects Gosu Crew whatsoever, because like I said, in interviews they've talked about we don't care. We're going to push everything. We're a team. You know, for one shot we're going to challenge. Like that's just the way that it goes. But we talked about the major slang difference in that first game. I'm curious to see if that affects Gosu Crew's overall aggressiveness, because it's almost like you either want to have a slow fight or a very fast fight. And that's the thing that Elevate obviously seems to have a huge advantage in is when it comes down to that overall slang battle, gun on gun. They seem to have a huge advantage. So I'm curious to see in those offensive pushes if we see Elevate push A more and see Gosu Crew on their offensive pushes push B a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I've seen too, just kind of judging based off of from what I've seen from Elevate so far and Search and Destroy as well as the Gosu Crew. I'm going to switch off of him. I don't want a headache. I can't, when they're like constantly zooming in, I'm sitting here like trying to focus up, and I'm just like, eh. But anyway, but from the Gosu Crew and Search and Destroy, they've looked pretty good. Obviously, we know these guys. If people maybe don't know them at home, they've always seen them in pro streams, playing tournaments with them, maybe matching up against them as well.
Yeah.
Stuff along those lines too. Gave FaZe, I would say, more than a run for their money.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
FaZe has been pretty weak in Search and Destroy thus far in this tournament. So we'll see how these guys do it. I think Gosu Crew definitely has the upper hand over Elevate. I'm going to go ahead and say that. EU, we always kind of talk about. They have the weaker hand in Search and Destroy because they didn't have access to wagers at one point, so they were never really playing. But over the past year in Black Ops 3, we start to see a different type of Search and Destroy being played from the EU sides.
I think they definitely take kind of pride in their Search and Destroy. I mean, even when it comes into other esports that are FPSs and those round-by-round based, you know, only one life per round, the EU definitely takes a lot of, you know, respect when it comes down to it. But, of course, it's time to hop into this round number 1, Scorch S&D. And I'm already seeing the sniper being brought out from Reedy. We're getting a little bit excited here as he's going to be head and potentially watch over for his squad as they will be on the offensive side. That thermal out. He's going to spot one player here off the start. And that player is going to challenge a big win there from Reedy. That's going to be the first blood. Looking good here from Elevate off the start.
It definitely is. It looks like they're going to go for a hit straight up middle, and it's going to be Shawnee. He's actually going to be pulling out the R3K. Something I saw from Royalty, was able to get a couple kills with it in a Search and Destroy as well, so don't write it off. It was actually one of those weapons that we saw at the beginning of Infinite Warfare being used in tournaments a lot, but Watson going to pick up another kill. Gunless going to be left alone, and just like that, it's a quick 1-0 for the side of Elevate.
That was kind of an odd thing to see because, I mean, obviously he gets the pre-round snipe. You're thinking maybe they try to, you know, get that rush over toward A. They make it happen, and it kind of seems that the Gosu Crew just kind of rotated out there. It seemed that they were a little bit afraid when it came down to it. They didn't really want to aggress the side of Elevate, but that first blood from Reedy definitely kind of set up the round pretty well for him. As you can already see Watson and the boys kind of earning their rigs. That's going to be something to kind of keep in mind as well. If you start to see a very early start, a very early beginning to a dominant move, you can definitely see Elevate kind of earn those rigs early, which can obviously pay off in the later rounds.
Yep, you see all 4 arrows go to mid, just trying to get a little peek to see if they can find anybody. Now they're going to scatter. Nobody actually pushed up into A, so somebody could try to cross over there if there's nobody over by steps. The trophy system is going to go down. Pristini going to draw first blood. Drama has the go to get this bomb down. You just kind of see Pristine just kind of being by himself, causing a distraction. It looks like his teammates are going to push through, maybe try to play for the kills here. We're still going to stay in the eyes of Drama, see what he's going to be able to do. Pushing in, going towards the stairs. Going to see the dead body of one of the players. And the bomb is now going to go down on this A site while all 3 players from Elevate overextend. So just basically a quick switch of sides.
Drama easily could have put it on either side, so Elevate kind of playing around as kind of a cat and mouse chase essentially, but Watson throwing out that nade, of course.
Kobe.
No trophies. They're using all their trophies on the opposite side, so kill's starting to come in. Drama able to shut down one. Zed finds the other just before, so bomb is still down. No player on that defusal as of yet. Zed going over toward that stairs is not going to find anyone for the time being. Shot's still starting to come in. Shawnee finds that one with the R3K. I don't really seen too much of that this weekend, but he's definitely starting to prove it. Well, now you have to put it to the test. 15 more seconds left. He's going to spot one player just to his right. Needs to try to win this gunfight, but no! 3-round burst isn't going to be able to win him that gunfight in enough time. Archie's going to be able to escape with that round as Shawnee was seeking whom you may devour, but in the end, it wasn't meant to be.
Like I said, it's just that was one of the weapons at the very beginning of Infinite Warfare that was being used a lot, and then people started to discover the MV4, the K-bar, and stuff like that. So it's interesting, like, it being used and seeing success with it just because we never see it. It's a gun that would never work in Respawn, but in Search and Destroy, it works perfectly fine. So Shawnee still going to keep going with it. He's just going to be running the ELO, the Quick Draw, the Stock, the Particle Amp, and then the foregrip as well on that one. So Watson's going to be in control of the bomb, currently tied up 1-1. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. It looks like they were trying to go for a B hit, going to quickly take a turn around. It looks like they're going to favor A.
Oh, they just juked them out pretty bad, but it seems that I think Pristini and Gunless might be thinking, well, maybe they might be over here, but a complete clear out as they're going to set up camp and try to get this bomb down, but shots starting to come in. Watson not affected by that. Nade's out as well as he's just able to escape. As Archie's actually able to find one, but the other one is his own teammate. It's actually his own brother. Kind of awkward to say the least, but either way, it is currently a 2 versus 3.
Yep, we're staying on board with Arcees right now. He's coming around on the flank. He's going to have his teammate Drama sitting in the mid corridor. Let's see how they're going to be able to attack this one. He's got to spot one player to his left. Gets a little bit trigger happy. Not going to connect on anything. Zed going to take out Drama. So now Arcees is left alive in a 1 versus 3. Shot's going to be tagged up, trying to fire at another player down A long. Not going to be able to get anything to go for it. This round is definitely going to be going in Elevate's favor. Kind of just stuck. Not going to be able to do much right there. So 2-1 in favor of Elevate.
And that was a really good play from the side of Elevate, because of course they try to go for that pre-run. Snipe doesn't really hit, and then that kind of baits out the side of TGC, making them think, well, maybe, oh, they're going to try to go in the rotation. Why is reading that particular situation, that particular position? And of course, when it was a delayed hit, it kind of worked out in their favor. So TGC trying to, in some ways, counteract what Elevate was trying to do, but unfortunately, it ends up in their own demise. As Elevate currently up 2-1 as far as this particular game is considered, as it will be TGC on the offensive side. It seems that the boys from Elevate thinking that a B hit is going to happen, and unfortunately they are going to guess wrong. It will be a free plant for the side of TGC, and Drama is not convinced. He's thinking, nope, they've got to be around here somewhere, but fortunately that's not going to be the case, as it looks like they're going to play a little game of Ring Around the Rosie. Potentially, some gunfights potentially could go down through middle as Pristini's looking, but not going to spot anyone. So a free bomb site in back-to-back rounds, but defusal is not exactly what TGC wants. They want to get the kills. It's
like identical to what we saw last game. It's sort of like a mind game from Elevate, right? How often do you see just everybody completely giving up the A site, just always rotating through, but kills are going to go down, but it's immediately going to be traded out right there. RC's going to be able to pick up one of his own, so now a 3 versus 2 situation for the boys on the Gosu crew. Zed going to be able to clean up that one to even up the man count. Pristini going to be in control of the bomb right now. Let's hop on board with him, see what he's going to be able to do. Take a look at the mini-map overhead. The buddy system on both sides. See which site they're going to decide to go to. See player number 5, Arcee's going to be pushing up. There's going to be one player right to the left of him, and the timing is not going to go in his favor. The R3K coming in from Shawnee once again, 4-1.
Oh, they're watching each other's backs. This should be done for Pristini, but he spots one out.
Oh, no!
You gotta tag him up. You gotta tag him up, Pristini. Thank the Lord he shuts down Shawnee, but in the end, it's not going to happen. As Elevate, or realistically, TGC, that could have been really bad. That could have been awful. I'm not gonna lie, but Zed's able to clean it up, and that's gonna be 3 rounds there for Elevate.
If he would have been taken out, there would have just been like a little life lesson. Never let go of the right trigger until you see the kill pop up in the kill feed.
Yeah.
that was
lesson
too close
learned.
for comfort. So we're going to be jumping on board here. It's
Can we
see
Reedy? I want to see if Reedy's still sniping. I'm just curious. He is still sniping, so I guess it's worked for them in their offensive hits up to this point. We'll see if he is going to challenge. Of course, no one's going to be there for the time being, but yet again, a team has guessed wrong on the bomb site. An entire 4-man push is absolutely foiled, but in some cases, this could work out for a nice flank for TGC.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the player we're going to be watching, it's all led by Pristini. So let's see what he's going to be able to do right here. You see on the minimap once again, the bomb's going to go down. Watson,
you gotta let that nade go, my friend.
Kills himself with the grenade. So now a 3 versus 4 situation. RCD's going to take out another one, lowering down the man count to 2. Pristini going to follow it up, getting one more. Reedy going to be left last alive. Is he going to be able to do anything? Nope. Stuck in a very, very sticky situation right there. Some body shots coming in. So let's see, just trying to figure out who wants to defuse the bomb, who's the closest to the streaks, and they're going to decide to give it to Arcees, who's working towards that active camo as well. And then 350 off the Scarab, make that 250.
So kind of interesting, I guess, because we were talking about, the team choosing the wrong site. Oh, they're definitely at a disadvantage. Well, TGC's like, well, we chose the wrong site. Let's just try to flank them out. And that's something that we haven't actually seen up so far into this game. So a good overall round from the Gosu crew, as they will now be on the offensive, potentially trying to line this one up at 3 apiece. Really saying the snipers work for me so far. Let's keep it going, but isn't able to find anyone off the start. So the offensive first blood will actually go to Watson instead, but the early rush coming in, the smoke as well, as it seems that might have been a little bit of an accident or just trying to clear it out. Persini finds one, Zed finds another, as it will be a 2 versus 3 in favor of Elevate for now.
Yep, and Drama's going to be soloing on this A-bomb right now. He's going to have his teammate slowly starting to link up with one another. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. Watching the central processing area. It's going to be his teammates actually going to find someone. Zed going to go ahead and pop that rewind. It's going to pay off. RC's going to be taken out, so now Drama is left alive in a 1 versus 3. Let's see what he's going to be able to do here. He's smart to just wrap it all the way around to B. As you see the 3 arrows. We have the luxury of seeing it. Obviously he doesn't, but they're slowly starting to come, and you know what that's going to mean? It's just going to be constant. Yeah, I was about to say. It's just going to push them 2 versus 1. They'll be able to get the trades.
I think he actually got really bad timing. We can actually maybe see it here in the round-ending kill cam, because I believe, yeah, he's able to spot him in the end. So kind of unfortunate timing there for Drama. The 1 versus 3 had a potential, but Zed quickly to shut that one down. So back to back, as it seems that Elevate currently up 4-2, as it seems that realistically at this point, I mean, you can't really give Elevate any more rounds. I mean, you can't let him get to that number 5, especially if you're not already at that number 5. So with that in mind, Elevate on the offensive. It looks like we might actually see a potential A hit off the start, but why would you snipe there, Reedy? That's not exactly the most normal strategy when it comes down to it, but you might learn for next rounds. But early first blood there coming in for the side of TGC. Offensive round, obviously, for the side of Elevate. We'll see if they decide to push this one out. Watson coming down the flank, able to shut down one. That's going to be big, but he ends up getting shut down quickly after. So still a 2 versus 3, this time, though, in favor of TGC. Zed looks to get this bomb down.
Yep, A-bomb site completely wide open. Shawnee going to be covering over top of him. And how many times have we seen just, I don't know why, for some reason in this game, we've seen so many arrows just completely go on the opposite side of the map and wrap around. I believe it's happened close to almost every single round that we've seen so far. But you look at the mini-map, looking like they're trying to get a little bit of a coordinated push here. 8 and 6 working together. That's going to be Gunless and Drama, but Pristini will be taken out. So now the buddy system is in full effect. 2 versus 2, 25 seconds to work with. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. Zed and Shawnee. They know what they're doing, get a little bit trigger happy, not going to be able to connect on anything right there. Positioning going to be given up. Shawnee going to be on the bomb site. MB4 against Osa. Osa is going to come out on top every single time. 10 seconds left. Now this is where Zed needs to try to get this bomb check. And he's going to have his teammate watching right over top of him. Is he going to be able to get this defused? Shaky shots coming in. He's finally going to be able to cap it off. So Elevate going up 5-2 right there, thanks to Shawnee.
TGC cannot afford that when it comes down to it. I mean, they try to go from connector, but realistically, it was the choice of the wrong bomb site. They try to rotate coming over from the opposite one over on B. One gets sent through connector, the other one gets sent to the opposite side over towards sand. So with that in mind, I mean, it's just the fact that they're choosing the wrong side. It seems that maybe they're just getting odd timing. Maybe, I think sometimes, at least in this game so far, TGC especially, I think they're kind of overthinking things in some cases. I mean, when we saw the early rush from Reedy, I mean, he brought out the sniper, maybe TGC thinking, oh, they're going to go on the rotation because that's what we like to do. But that's not the case. They're just, Elevate's like, oh, well, this site's open. Let's take it. And they just don't seem to really be firing on all cylinders when it comes down to it. But Riggs very closely earned here. Zed already having his. Watson very close to his as well, but it seems that those might not even be in use. It will be TGC making the offensive push, and yet again, they push out. When they have a free bomb site, they just push it out, and it doesn't really affect them too much. I mean, Zed is watching a random angle because they're thinking, oh, they're going to get this A site down and we're going to try to retake it, when in reality, half of the freaking map has already been ran by in TGC, and they haven't even planted it down yet.
He's 275 off of a Warden and Search and Destroy. If he's kept on going to later rounds and he stayed up, he'd 100% get that, and that would be absolutely ridiculous. But you know they're trying to close it out early. He did end up pinging the Scorchers, so he's going to know the positioning of the player. So let's see what Drama and crew is going to be able to do. Watson going to be able to take out Gunless, leaving 2 left alive. The active camo going down, and the gunfight going to be won there by Drama. So now he needs to try to make something happen to 1 versus 3. He's going to be able to find one, but immediately gets shut down. Elevate going to take this Search and Destroy 6-2.
Back-to-back dominant victories for the side of Elevate. It seems the Gosu crew absolutely get thrown off in that first hard point. They start overthinking things without question in this Search and Destroy, challenging different bomb sites, kind of made me thinking that Elevate's going to do something odd, and when in reality, they were just playing standard Call of Duty. They were playing standard Search and Destroy. They weren't doing anything super strange, I mean, maybe challenging a different site here and there. But when it came down to it, I mean, like I said, I think TGC was absolutely kind of overthinking a lot of what happened in that map. Of course, Search and Destroy